All right, so this is the gas emission kind of instructional video. If you weren't in class to do the gas emission lab, this is kind of how you're going to do it on your own. You're going to be watching a YouTube video, and so I have two clips from that YouTube video right here below. And right here, this is a glass tube that has iodine in it, and I've put it into a power source and turned it on to run electricity through that tube, and it creates this beam of light. So this is kind of like a cathode ray tube. And when you just look at this with the naked eye, you just see a color of light. But when I take a diffraction screen and put it in front of the lens of the camera, we can still see the tube of light in the middle over here on the right. But to the left, we start to see these Roy G. Biv patterns, okay? Now, it's the same pattern on the right and on the left, but on the left, it's in Roy G. Biv order. So you can see there's kind of a wide section of red, maybe a yellow or an orange kind of in the middle, depending on if you can see that or not, if your eyes interpret color the same way that mine do. A section of green, there's kind of a gap, the blue, kind of a brighter blue edge, and then some dark blue, so maybe some indigo, depending on if you consider that blue or indigo, and then some violet in here, okay? So if we're looking at the iodine spectrum, we're going to see a pattern of light, and that pattern of light is going to be different for every element. So in this lab, what you're going to be doing, the first part is going to be looking at the actual spectrum of iodine, which kind of records how many wavelengths of red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet you should be able to see with iodine, and then just comparing it to what you actually see here. Now, in video form, it's going to look different most likely than if you were in person looking through it with a higher quality diffraction. But you're going to then go through a series of elements, and you're going to see a different pattern for each element. And so you're going to have to try and draw out what colors you're seeing for each element, and then at the end, you'll do an unknown, and you'll try to match that to one of those elements that you have just seen. So hopefully this helps, but again, you're just going to look left of center, look for a section of Roy G. Biv. You don't want to count all the reds over here and all the reds over here. It's the same pattern. So you just want to look for one section and draw out how many lines you see of each color in that section. So I hope this helps, and I will see you in class.